What is up, guys? Welcome back to another replay cast. Today we're playing the good old trusty shit barn on Ensk 3-5. No, this is 5-10 matchmaking actually, so not as seal clubby as you would imagine. Ensk historically is pretty decent map for the shit barn, close range, not a lot of hull down cover for people to try to avoid the pens, but since they changed this, you cannot approach this window anymore the way you used to be able to. And we start off the game with a pathetic roll on the Conqueror. I mean, I could have aimed that longer. There was no reason to shoot early, apart from, you know, me not willing to take damage. But the trade kind of outweighed the loss of hit points that I could have sustained there. But yeah, you can't approach the window from the right side anymore because they made an opening there, which makes tanks that are as huge as this, especially with paper turrets, really not all that great for it. So the window is generally a pretty good position to peek early on. A lot of people make dumb plays here in the open in the middle, so often you can punish those. The enemy FV is trying to be cheeky. Our shot lands not where we wanted to, but again, I definitely didn't want to take that trade because that could have hurt really badly, and it luckily didn't. So pick up 800 damage for free, which is not bad. Obviously could have hoped for better, but again, not that I aimed those shots too well or for too long, so can't expect much. And there's a Batchet, and once again, this time way more my fault than before. I wanted to go for a clean shot when I had it, but I didn't really have time to aim it, and I should have aimed it more, and maybe the 705A would have lived. This Batchet is going full ham, not giving a single shit about what's happening, so he's gonna be out of my radar for now. We have the same Conqueror that we shot for 200 before. Let's see what we can do now, and now we do more what you would expect from this tank. 600 non-pen roll in the tracks, which is about average, so we'll take that. And already on 1400 damage, which is definitely not a lot in this tank, but you know, it's for free and I'll take it. Whenever I play the shit barn, obviously I'm shooting full premium ammo from this, but the premium ammo obviously works in a different way than, you know, I pay more money to pen you. It just kind of does more damage and has less pen, so you're rewarded for aiming more and ambushing people better instead of just, you know, shooting an E100 in the turret and penning him. The Jagdtiger also, I don't know what he was thinking, but that's the kind of people you generally prey in the shit barn. People who don't understand the impact that this tank has on the battlefield. I am spotted, so people should avoid peeking me in the open, but dudes like that Jagdtiger make my life easy, and that's generally the kind of people you prey on this tank. It's not a very easy tank to do well against good players, but people who are over-aggressive, people who generally just don't have a clue on what the fuck this tank does, is your best targets in life. And that one pen almost doubles my damage, and then we get a pen on the 263 as well. He didn't have that much hit points, but still over 1k, so two nice pens in a row. Definitely shaping up this game to be much better. And here the Gorilla was kind of a bit out of place. He did try to retaliate, but he didn't get there. I didn't pen him once again, so not getting super lucky, but can't really complain about doing free damage at all times. And it's not like I aimed that shot. Again, I didn't really want to trade. And now Olivardi is dead, which is obviously very satisfying. And now we have a mad T49 after us. I could obviously take him on wherever I want to, because I should one-shot him, but just in case I don't want to get penned twice by a T49, so instead of just heading or facing him head-on where I was, I retreat in relative safety where my team can't support me. This guy was a madman, though. He didn't give a shit. He was, I guess, hoping that I would miss, and, you know, it can be a valid strategy, but not this time. My son, the range was just too close, and I did predict what he was doing reasonably well, so he couldn't catch me out unguarded or unprepared. So pick up that one as well, and almost on 6k damage. Definitely one of the best tanks, this one, to do all the high damage missions that are necessary for you know, all the campaigns and shit. The FV is probably my go-to tank, but generally all the tier 10 TDs can do it. Here I could have gone for the greedy damage on the 1-4, but instead I shoot the 430U just for the sheer hatred of that tank, so that I hope is understandable. But The 1-4 might not die, but the Batchet will probably just clip him way before I can reload. The 24 seconds reload on this tank is just going to be too long. And that's a trick you can do on Ensk. You can't drive over these train cars, but just from this side. And you don't want to get stuck in the middle, so you kind of want to keep straight. We get shot a bit off balance there, but the aim was good enough to not really have to worry about missing that shot too much. And as long as we hit, we should have been able to kill him, which we did. And that pretty much marks the end of my game. Getting to Artie is going to be incredibly difficult when the Batchet is already set sights on all of those guys. If he's reloading, maybe I could get one, but very unlikely. So we're just gonna be calling it here because, yeah, the Batchet is gonna be way faster and gonna clean both of those guys up. And here is the end plate. Ace Tanker, 2 Bonds, high caliber, ended up doing 7,496 damage, picked up 4 kills and 663 damage assisted. And that was good enough for 1291 base XP. And I already hear what a lot of the people in the comments are saying.
Fush, you're such a hypocrite. You always bitch about Artie and OP tanks, and then you played this tank with full premium ammo.
And if you are one of those people, you're probably also one of those people who gets killed a lot by this tank. And the one thing I can tell you is get better at this game. This tank is not that difficult to counter. You know what it does, so avoid it when you can, or when you have to, and pounce when you can and when you have to. Like, the FV has 24-second reload, and a lot of the tanks can inflict the same amount of damage that I can in that period of time, especially when loading HE, and not even talking about, you know, you can take a couple of freebies and not get shot back if you know what you're doing and playing against this well. I've said this on almost all my FV videos, but the times I've been killed by this tank in general matchmaking are so low, and most of the time I can trace it back to just a stupid play or a stupid decision, or just generally not having a choice in the endgame cleanup scenarios. But this tank is not Artie. It's not brain dead overpowered. You can't just, you know, click on things without any repercussion. In this tank, you actually have to be very careful to position yourself well, to always have the cover to retreat behind, or teammates to retreat behind. And dumb play in the FV will net you pretty much fuck all results, and you're probably better off playing an absolute piece of shit tank like the Jagdpanzer if you want to play a tier 10 TD like an idiot. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.